Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. If you want to enter into our 250 XRP giveaway, 3 simple steps: make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. That is it. The first time we hit 1,500 likes within 24 hours, we are announcing the winners, so make sure you quickly go ahead and enter. Now, we got a lot of stuff to cover today, so let's not waste any more time. Starting off with this amazing discussion between Francis Coppola and Joel Katz. It was basically a reply to the whole bigger ordeal with Vitalik and Ripple, where of course Ripple has posted that they might get sued by the SEC. Vitalik said, well, their defense, claiming that Ethereum and Bitcoin are Chinese controlled, is stupid, it's a shit coin. Tim said, their balance freeze feature sounds interesting. And then this guy, Francis Coppola, and David Schwartz just went on back and forth saying, they shouldn't be able to do that. We shouldn't be able to ask Bitstamp to freeze our funds, as you aren't the coins issuer, no you shouldn't, yada yada yada. And it's basically a freaking cat and mouse type of dumb situation. I have no idea how this came about and why David spent his time answering, because if you guys don't know, XRP can't just be frozen like that in this sense. What they were asking from Bitstamp in this specific example was for Bitstamp as an exchange to stop some payments, which is a completely different request than saying, hey, you know, allow us to stop something or something along those lines. They're just asking an exchange to freeze some funds, which you could literally do as an entity yourself. I mean, you can try asking them to stop funds. It doesn't mean they'll listen. And the same thing for Ripple, I guess, sending them messages. It doesn't actually mean that they have to oblige and do whatever they asked. But in this case, you know, I don't even know if it worked officially, but it's also fun that it wasn't even XRP, right? It's actually USD, or actually you can check somewhere here. This wasn't XRP. It was USD denominated IOU that represents a legal obligation. It's even a different situation. But it's funny how people right now, when XRP is doing bad, will take everything out of their closets to try bash it down, when it's just all trying to just put it into the ground even more. I have no idea why these guys are doing it, but they're trying to make it look bad to make themselves look better, I think. I don't know. It's heavy right now. Then Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy was buying $1,000 in Bitcoin every single second. The CEO of MicroStrategy has been one of the Bitcoin's most outspoken advocates this year, and has been putting his money where his mouth is, as buying $1,000 a second is definitely quite a lot, all right? Up to date, they've bought over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and I must admit, I do admire his bollocks for actually putting up these loans to buy himself more. All right, I do think that's a freaking ballsy type of situation, and I do think that's something that's really to be admired, right? If you can do that and get the people to support your ideas, because still, getting so much money on a loan, guys, is not simple. Getting $600 million is not simple. Consider that for a little second. This guy knows what he's doing here, and he's taking this bet with frickin' huge bollocks, is all I can say. Amazing, though, because he's a very big bull for the crypto space. Very nice character. Michael said, Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever smarter, faster, and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy. Then, Bitcoin eyes 20K as stronger dollar offsets US stimulus news. This one we could just disregard. I don't know if you guys have checked out USD Euro, or Euro USD, and just disregard this whole ordeal here. This is dumb. I don't even want to waste too much time on this. Mark Zuckerberg has another answer to Bitcoin. Of course, guys, I don't even want to get further into this. I actually saw in one article earlier that Diem, the newer name for Facebook's Libra, has actually gotten another lawsuit going on over the name by a DeFi project. I don't know too much about it, though, because I don't really care. I think Diem is also one kind of project that's kind of determined to fail. On the contrary, it will do amazing because there's already so many people using Facebook and so many people in this group. But the project itself is just with so much anxiety, where people are just really, really kind of scared for what it's going to do, and just so much negativity in the community as well, that I don't know how good it can do. Coinbase pre-IPO tokens pumped to $296 after FTX launch. The tokenized shares are a speculative bet on Coinbase's upcoming IPO, and traders are gobbling them up. It's not, of course, the real thing, but FTX here has launched a way to already try to trade it at least. The tokens have seen over $2 million traded in the past couple of hours and are currently being traded for $231 a pop. It's pretty damn crazy, all right? I don't know how much it's supposed to be, actually, but Coinbase is currently valued at $8 billion, with its IPO listing seeing rumors of its market cap ranging from 40 to even 80 billion. However, while the company itself has no actual shares on the market yet, the pre-IPO tokens are a speculative bet that will convert to the equivalent share prices at the end of the Coinbase first public day. The CBSE will expire then. This is really crazy. This means hypothetically that if traders purchase $10 worth of CBSE today and Coinbase shares trade in public markets at $15, they stand to gain 50% on their initial investment. However, if the shares trade at any value less than $10, the traders see a loss on their CBSE investment. In case the IPO does not take place at all, the tokens will expire at a Coinbase valuation of $8 billion on June 1st, 2022. As per the offering document, CBSE balances will cash expire to $32 then, in line with the valuation. The maximum market cap of the CBSE is limited to 250 million, FTX said. In addition to the volatility of such tokens is limited to 20%, meaning CM Equity, the counterparty of these tokens, could close out positions as or at its discretion. Well, it's cool to know though. There is no emergency here. Coinbase asks FinCEN to extend comment period on wallet registers, or at least the wallet regulations. You guys get it. They've asked for a little bit more time, which is interesting. I don't know if they're going to get it. Oh, I just moved my microphone by accident. Securrency develops Stellar-based marketplace for financial instruments. Another good one. I like Stellar, but buy more Stellar. Pretty excited about Stellar. Securrency has launched a pilot project that simulates a marketplace that complies with regulations of various international jurisdictions. So that's a very big boy move. The marketplace uses the Stellar network to process transactions in real time at low cost. So even though it's not a really huge move on Stellar's own end, since they're connected here, it's pretty good, right? Securrency develops Stellar-based marketplace. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, pretty nice. And of course, since there's a lawsuit against Ripple right now going on, a lot of guys would choose Stellar over Ripple, and this may actually be a very victorious time for them, at least. Kind of feels like, unless people already kind of see the future of Stellar as well, where, again, some lawsuits really close to this one that happened for Ripple may also follow suit for Stellar. Think about it. Tron launches new version of DLive protocol, teases new BitTorrent website. Justin Sun, founder of Tron and CEO of BitTorrent, made this announcement on latest BitTorrent X product release virtual conference, and Botnet found amplifying Tron founder Justin Sun's tweets. Scores of fake accounts were found engaging mostly with the crypto entrepreneurs giveaway tweets. Tron founder Justin Sun is again put in a bad limelight for just doing all this dumb stuff. And the thing is, guys, a lot of guys have fake followers on Twitter and even on YouTube, I noticed. When these crypto project founders come up to me, they ask, what's your ratio for real to fake followers or something like that. And this is a fellow scientist, data scientist. I like that. A lot of the guys, actually, though, they come up to me and say, hey, what's your ratio? And I always say, like, what do you mean? And every time I'm surprised with how many crypto guys that are doing YouTube, for example, actually have purchased either fake followers or are doing fake likes or fake comments and stuff like that, just to make their engagement look higher or something close to that. I don't really know exactly what they're doing it for, because I don't really know exactly what their purpose is. But trust me when I say a lot more are doing it than I thought. A lot of these creators also have their likes and dislikes removed. Or if you check through the comment section, you'll see a lot of these guys have just these fake ass messages. Just the strangest freaking comments where you're like, well, why are they all talking about something different? Why are they all talking about something so strange? And of course, under my videos, you'll sometimes see a lot of scammers and stuff, but that's something I can't really do anything about. I would rather have them gone and not have the comments, of course, as having scammers in your comment section is definitely not a good thing. But yeah, generally, I've never tried to do fake comments or fake likes or anything like that, because I don't yet know what it gives. Like, does it help with the algorithm? I would kind of say no, because if they're fake, I think YouTube detects that, right? But maybe it's to scam these promoters or something, where your channel looks better than it actually is. Maybe something like that. I don't know, though. Cardano developers will take charge of their oracles in 2021, reveals Hoskinson. I actually feel as if Cardano is doing the most right now with one of the best projects by far of 2020, and most likely one of the best once more in 2021, doing a lot and developing some areas which a lot of other projects are not really feeling to join or not risking to join or just cannot join because they do not have the capabilities. And Cardano is just tackling it all without any care in the world for any other project. They're just rabbling on through, just going straight for the freaking gold. Cardano is really winning. PayPal is already consuming more than 100% of new Bitcoin supply by Pantera Capital CEO. Another big announcement, if you're asking me. PayPal is already absorbing all new Bitcoins, according to the Pantera Capital CEO, Dan Moorhead. Just is talking about the fact that PayPal is buying like a freaking madman, all this crypto. So is Grayscale, who's now stopped to take in a couple of investments, but so is also Square, and so are a couple of others. They're just buying in freaking chunks. And to me, it's still kind of scary that they're doing that, because it means there's a freaking liquidity crisis going on eventually, where all the money is going to be centered in a couple of these smaller places. So just getting money as an individual is going to be a little bit more difficult, where you're going to have to pay some huge prices, and eventually the fees are also going to be ramping up. But for right now, though, it's a very good thing, as it does make crypto look a lot better, as they're just accumulating like freaking, I don't know, greedy bees. Let's put it at that. Also, guys, I have a link down below, all right? You guys have most likely already seen it, but check out GSX, all right? A link is down below, because this is something I personally bought myself, all right? I put some money in because I think it's a high risk, very, very high reward if it does what they promised. It's a gold-backed growth coin, where basically the value of the coin is kind of gotten from the amount of assets that it's backed by. And since those assets will only keep going up, theoretically speaking, the price should only keep going up as well. If you bought a couple of weeks ago, even though you can't exchange it yet, since the price keeps getting more expensive, you're theoretically already up on your money. And again, here's, you can see exactly how much bonus you're going to get now as well. If you use my link, you get 5% extra even from a certain point out forward. But yeah, a couple of the guys in the Discord have been going really, really heavy at this. Check it out down below. I don't know from what point out forward you actually get the bonus. You guys can just check it down below though. I think 50,000 GSX. You get a 5%, and you can see here exactly how much. But just check it out, link down below. It's something that I personally bought a little bit into. If you have any questions, join the Discord and ask, because we're all trying to wonder exactly how it all works. But I've asked the founders of that project, and I guess not the official founder, but just some team or something like that, all the questions I had, and they answered everything really, really perfectly. So if you have any other questions, let's try to relay it to them and see what they say, because I'm pretty excited, and I want to know from you guys if you are too. Then U.S. Treasury's rule on governing self-hosted crypto wallets is quite concerning, says Senator-elect Cynthia Lummis. The whole ordeal here is just something that's really out of a freaking science fiction, negative, dystopian movie, but I don't want to give it too many words, as we still don't know exactly how it's going to rule through. As again, Coinbase has already asked for some extra time. It was the article right here, and we don't know exactly how it's going to rule through. I still don't get how he's so bald. Does he have something, or... because it looks like he almost has no eyebrows as well. Like he's really, really bald. Like really. Not a bad thing though. It's a good look on him. I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing, but I just noticed that sometimes. Indian crypto exchange CoinDCX raises $13.9 million in a Series B led by Block.one and Coinbase. I just want to let you guys know, whenever Coinbase is leading some of this stuff, I'm watching it with a very close eye. All right, I'm actually really paying close attention to anything that Coinbase supports, mostly for the idea that they supported the graph in secret a little bit earlier. The graph, once more, being this little token right here. They supported it a couple of months ago, and when they listed it, of course, the price skyrocketed almost instantly, and that's what I want to be part of if I can next time. So I'm definitely staying very, very close to everything that is related to the graph to get, more of these early opportunities, which is also why I've gone for this GSX right now, because I also think that that is like an early opportunity which you only get maybe once in a lifetime. The graph's GRT, on the same note, pump and dumps following the crowd's euphoria and listing FOMO. Again, it's not like you should actually go into it heavily once the exchange lists it. That's, again, the biggest mistake, where you FOMO in and you lose money. But if you were there earlier or knew about this a couple of months ago, you could have made a ton of money, which is where I want to be at. I want to be in that phase. Trump administration's former aide launching Bitcoin fund. The minimum investment limit into the fund will be $50,000. Again, talking about Skybridge Capital, the hedge fund manager managed by former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci. And here it's once more, billion-dollar wealth manager Skybridge Capital plans to launch a Bitcoin fund. We're all pretty excited about that, because it means more guys are getting into the crypto space, and they're just filed by the SEC. And I think this is going to be approved, though, because, again, he's a pretty credible guy. I think they like him. I think they like what he's doing and standing for. I'm just very bullish on crypto right now, guys. Things are looking just amazing. Even for XRP, things are looking amazing. Don't you worry. Check out my Twitter if you're really afraid of some stuff, and I'll just discuss everything I can with you in the Discord if you have any questions. Just join the Discord, guys. It's a cool community. And I was also wondering, what if XRP was all just deleted? what if? And again, I'm just asking another question. Would all the security violations be gone or dropped if the community decided to burn all Ripple's XRP? This guy said, why would we want XRP to be burned? What will replace it? FXRP? If so, what will replace FXRP? I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about what would happen. What would happen if it were to be, destroyed completely? What would happen then? Would it still be classified as security for already selling some coins, or would it then be kind of gone because they don't really have control over anything anymore, so they're just like a normal entity who had some XRP at the start? I don't know though, because I mean, if all the XRP is burned, then they're not really different than you and I, right? Because they use XRP, but if they don't have a lot of it anymore, then how does that make us different than you and I as holders? If they're using it, but they just have some. If their main operation is not XRP anymore, how does that make it a security then? But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Guys, thank you all for watching. Make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I'll definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care. Have a very juicy day. And yeah, enjoy your early Christmas already. It's a cool freaking gift.